G'day there, it's Duncan here. Let's just line this up, shall we? Wayne Swan, named the world's best treasurer in 2011, is currently the national president of the Labor Party, also serves as chair of CBUS, which is an industry super fund established in 1984 by building unions, primarily the CFMEU, and now managing over $110 billion in investments. At the same time, Swan is chairman of Diatreme Resources and holds around 2 million shares in the company. Diatreme has received backing from the Albanese government to fast-track a $10 billion silica sand mining project. The material is set to be exported to China to support solar panels manufacturing, panels that are then expected to be sold back into Australia. The project, known as the Northern Silica Project at Cape Flattery, on Queensland's Cape York Peninsula, was granted major project status in June by Industry Minister Tim Ayres, who said it would strengthen Australia's renewable sector, raising questions about how this aligns with the government's Made in Australia solar manufacturing ambitions. Now, doesn't that sound great? Until you look a little closer, because the silica isn't staying here. The material is set to be exported to China to support solar panel manufacturing, panels that are then expected to be sold back into Australia. It's heading overseas to one of the world's biggest solar manufacturers. So let's be clear about the model. Let's lay out this so-called brilliance. We dig a massive hole, huge hole, in the ground, call it progress. We ship all the good stuff overseas. China then puts its workforce to work, turning it into finished solar panels. And then we happily buy it back at full price, stamped made in China, as if it's something entirely new. It's less made in Australia, more dug here, done elsewhere, sold back with a markup, and somehow that's called made in Australia. Meanwhile, Cape Flattery, an area of high biodiversity, even assessed for World Heritage values, it gets carved up in the name of green energy. So now the question isn't just economic, it's environmental too. Are we really protecting the planet or just relocating the damage? Because this didn't happen by accident. This is policy approvals and priorities lining up. Fast-tracked, ticked off, signed away, all while Australians are told we're building a sovereign manufacturing future. But right now, it looks like we're still the quarry, not the factory. And mate, if that's the plan, we're not leading the energy transition. We're exporting it.